Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so last night, I had a pretty interesting time at the APS Christmas Lights Parade, which is why I'm doing this video to give Mobile X flowers because they came in clutch for me. So listen up. Let's get into it. And as I stated, Mobile X came in clutch for me last night. But before I tell you why and give a little bit of info for those who don't know what Mobile X is, I'm going to explain a little bit about that in this video. Let me first off start by saying that if you guys do smash the like button, I would really appreciate that because it does help out my channel. If you just subscribed, thanks for doing so. Superly appreciate that. Turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a video or when I go live on the podcast. I would really appreciate that. And also check the description for some deals for you guys. I got some deal promos that, you guys may want to take advantage of. But now getting into Mobile X, and let me tell you what happened last night before I get into what Mobile X is. Last night, carried all my devices with me, went to this event, the APS Christmas Lights Parade. Lots of people from all over, the greater Phoenix and the outskirts comes to this event to watch the light parade show. And there was only one carrier out of the four that I carried with me that worked, and that was Mobile X. Metro did not work. Boost Mobile had no signal at all, in this congested area. And of course, because Metro didn't work, Helium Mobile didn't work either. There were no Helium hotspots for me to connect to. So I was, fully reliant on the T-Mobile network, and T-Mobile, well, obviously wasn't working all that good out there. It was superly congested. So because of that reason, the only one that worked was Mobile X. And Mobile X worked like full. Like I didn't see a degradation in network connection or anything like that. It worked pretty flawless. So I have to give Mobile X its flowers. And shout out to Peter Adderton for building such a badass company. Mobile X, if you guys don't know what it is, don't worry. I'll give you a quick breakdown. But Mobile X is a mobile virtual network operator, which you probably heard known as an MVNO, which is a company that does not have its own network built out, but licenses with an MNO or mobile network operator, such as in this case, Verizon. They license to use Verizon's network to have access for talk, text, and data. Okay, now you see on here where it says that, you're probably paying too much for phone service, and it tells you plans start from just $3.48. Well, that's because Mobile X believes in a personalized access plan. Now, they do have your traditional unlimited plans. I will show you those here in a little bit, but this one is the one that they're really behind because they're trying to break this idea that unlimited has to fit everybody. If you're not using a high amount of data, then why are you going to pay $50 a month for unlimited service when you could be paying as low as $3.48 a month for service? Now, of course, that's going to be like the lowest plan, right? But with their personalized access, you get a 10-day trial, which works both ways. So customer gets to try out the network and gets to try out the services and see how it fits for them. And for Mobile X, what it does for them is their AI system learns your usage patterns. So that way it has a prediction of how much data you're going to use in 30 days. And it gives you that in a customized plan, which you can adjust. If you want more data, you can add more data. If you want less, you can choose less. But it gives you a readout of what to expect. With this, basically, you pay for what you use, okay? So if you decide that, you feel like you're going to use 3 gigs in a month, so you buy 3 gigabytes of data, unlimited talk and text, and say you've already hit 3 gigabytes before your bill cycle is over, you can add more data to your plan. It's so flexible. And it's $2.10 per gigabyte of data that you buy, which is really cheap, really low. Because you look at other ones that do a flexible plan similar to this, and they're charging like $10 for 1 gigabyte of data. Mobile X only charges you $2.10. They do have their traditional unlimited plans, which is an unlimited 5 gigabyte plan and an unlimited 30 gigabyte plan. The unlimited 5 goes for $14.88. You get 5 gigs of high-speed data, and then you're slowed down to 2G speeds for the rest of your cycle. The unlimited 30 gives you 30 gigs of high-speed data, which most MVNO prepaids pretty much do at $25, with the exception of a few out there. And so it's 30 gigs of high-speed data, and then you're slowed down for the rest of the bill cycle. Now, you're probably noticing that these have a cross on the 5 and a cross on the 30. And that's because currently right now, actively running, Mobile X is running a promotion. It could extend beyond December, but it ends at the end of this month. So, the end of 2024 ends this promotion. And what this is they are doubling. So on the personalized access, they are doubling the amount of data that you buy. So for $2.10, instead of getting 1 gig of data, you're getting 2 gigabytes of data. So technically, you're only paying $1.05 per gigabyte of data if you're on the flexible personalized access plan. If you're on the unlimited plans that they offer, the 5 gig has doubled. So you get 10 gigs of high-speed data, and then you're slowed for the rest of your bill cycle if you cross 10 gigs. If you're on the $24.88 unlimited 30 plan, it's actually now just fully unlimited. So there is no limitations. There is no, throttle. You're fully unlimited. And if you want to compare this to Visible's $45 plan, which gives you their, ultra wideband 5G access to Verizon's network, you get that with this plan. And it's only $24.88 a month. So really big savings for a lot of people out there. Plus, too, both of these plans now offer 10 gigabytes of hotspot. So if you need to actually use hotspot on the fly, you can with these two plans. Pretty awesome, I would say. Mobile X making some great changes, especially with the upcoming news that people are talking about, which has a little bit of confusion. That is, people are just wondering, how did Peter Adderton sell Boost Mobile again when he sold Boost Mobile to Sprint way back in the day? And that is actually Boost Mobile Australia, not the US Boost Mobile. So we're talking a different Boost Mobile that was also founded by Peter Adderton. Peter Adderton is the godfather of the Boost brand. And he no longer has affiliation with either of them. He just recently sold Boost Mobile Australia to Telstra, which is an MNO out there in Australia. So now Mr. Adderton's focus is completely on Mobile X Global. And that's what his goal and dream is. Not only just focusing on the United States, but making Mobile X something that can be used around the world. So there is Mobile X US, and you've probably seen on social media, there is one called Mobile X AUS or Australia. So yes, he has plans of global domination. However, in a good way, not in the Dr. Evil way. But now that he has no affiliation with Boost Mobile, gives all his focus to his new creation, Mobile X, which, Peter Adderton, I feel he's got it with this one. I mean, great inventors, great, minds. They create things, and sometimes they don't go the way that they're supposed to go. Like Amped Mobile, if you guys remember that from back in the day, Peter Adderton was part of that. And yes, while it did fail, lots of people, they make mistakes and they get failures in their adventures, but they take those failures as lessons and they apply it to a new creation, a new adventure that they have to not make the same mistakes twice. So with Mobile X, I see a great future, a bright future coming from Mobile X. And just sit back and enjoy the ride. Technically right now, I would sign up for any of these two plans just so that way you can be able to test them out. And especially the unlimited plan for $25 a month, basically. Unlimited talk, text, and fully unlimited data. Like, that's freaking awesome as hell. And the last thing I will leave you guys with is that with these plans, you can optimize your video playback. So you control your video playback. You can set it to 480p, saves your data, or you can go and watch things in 4K and burn up a lot of data. But choice is yours. You know what I mean? You do what you do with it. That's what Mobile X is. They're not there to put their thumb on you. They're just there to give you service. You use it how you want to use it, and you create it how you want to create it. Anyways, that's it for today's video with Mobile X. If you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, emotional outbursts, drop them in the comment section of the video. Smash the like button. Again, check the description for some deals for you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming through and watching. We'll talk to you on the next one. Aloha.